we have what appears to look like a mothership in the sky. Here it is again. I'm measuring it by the trees, and they zooming in pretty much at the same time. It appears to be a mothership there. And here it is in another location. Same thing. Same round shape with the lights appearing to be mothership. Here's all three. These are all recent videos within the last couple of months. But these are appearing in the sky. And if the video footage is 100% accurate and real, then are they here to pick up the chosen? It's something big going down right here. So these are captured by three different individuals at three different times. The ships appear to be roundish with lights going around the round area, which everyone knows to have the appearance of a mothership or a large UFO. You know, so I'm not going to say what's what and what ain't, but all I can say is that if the video footage that we are viewing here is 100% real and accurate, somebody's ass got to be picked up. You know what I mean? They're not finna land here in this filthy place. They're going to take whoever they're going to take and leave here, you know, to a safe location. If these start parking every damn where, you know, and as you see, here's one. If these start parking everywhere around this place, know that a delivery is getting ready to happen. You know.
Above Costa Rica. Look at this on your screen right now. What is that? An iridescent, multicolored cloud is leaving people very confused. Pictures and video of this cloud has flooded social media, with many saying it's the sign of the end of the times. Others say it's a sign of God.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And now men see not the bright light which is in the clouds. I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven.
Oh my god, I'm taking this out. Or it could be like something crashing.
Oh, wow. That's a comment.
That is the most amazing thing I've seen.
I told you. Wow. Nobody believed me.
Holy shit.
They're UFOs.
They definitely are. That was
Nobody
the
believed
craziest
me.
thing I've ever seen. That was so
Fucking UFOs. I
awesome.
told you guys.
This is so excited. I told you guys. No, seriously, I believe it. That is too crazy. There's
No way. Those, not the way they broke off.
There's no way.
Jets are staying in place.
There's no way. That was... Are we the only ones here seeing this right
No, they're recording it.
Yeah,
Look at it.
that is great. Look, zigzagging now.
Woo!
Wow. No. There's no way. The way that was coming down like a comet. I'm like, what the hell is that? That was awesome. You know what's crazy though, babe? That is the same place. Remember I was telling you, I saw a video online. I was looking it up the other day after you said it.
Now they completely disappeared.
Disappeared.
This happened from London.
That's crazy. Oh, there you go. Connected. Look at that. Look at that one going fast now. Zigzagging again.
Yep, and it's gonna disappear.
And it's going to disappear. Wow. I can't believe you saw that. That big camera probably was over Man City. I remember that
So UAE REP tests efficiency of new cloud seeding nanomaterials in the USA.
Cloud seeding does not create new weather, but it's a way to work with the weather passing through Colorado and get a little more snow from every event.
Comparing the effectiveness between conventional hygroscopic agent materials and new nano seeding materials. So again, we're now talking about different applications of nano seeding. We've had different types. They're telling you the conventional ones is not what they're using anymore.
Now under a state of emergency after record rainfall triggered deadly flooding. 7 inches submerged parts of the city, with Cumberland River expected to cross in the early morning.
Power outages. Rocky Mountain Power officials say it all stems from last week's brown snow. Company officials say it very well could be responsible for power outages that we've seen over the past few days.
They pretty much lay it out to you right here if you look at it.
U.S. President Joe Biden has invited 40 world leaders, including South Korean President Moon Jae-in, to the Leaders Summit on Climate slated for next month. The virtual meeting is set for April 22nd and 23rd. Also invited are Chinese President Xi Jinping, Russian President Vladimir Putin, Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, and leaders from Europe. The White House says the summit will underscore the urgency and the economic benefits of more decisive climate action, adding it will be a milestone on the road to the UN Climate Change Conference this November. It remains to be seen whether Xi and Putin will cooperate with Biden on climate, as Beijing and Moscow have recently been confronted in Washington on various topics.
Rising waters. At least 4 deaths are being blamed on the heavy rains overnight.
They use the boat to get out from the house, so they use the boat and they get into the boat.
Floodwaters rushed into Ulysses Rodriguez's home as he called for help.
We was in the roof on the top of the house because its inside was completely flooded. So now we feel safe.
Not far away,
water just rushed in from across the field about waist high and just smashed right through that garage door.
the flood forced its way into a 13,000 square foot church, touching nearly everything in sight.
I mean, literally, a river flowed right through the back of this building and just pushed everything out through these windows. That's why it looks like that. It's just unreal.
Spread across Colorado's high country hills, machines like this are planting snow seeds in the clouds.
Cloud seeding does not create new weather, but it's a way to work with the weather passing through Colorado and get a little more snow from every event.
Snow is critical to Colorado. It's the primary source of our state's water supply. That's why the state of Colorado, the Colorado River District, 3 ski areas, and the Front Range Water Council, including Denver Water, help fund the Central Colorado Mountains River Basin Cloud Seeding Program.
This is silver iodide. This is what we use for cloud seeding. It's a naturally forming element. So this is put in a solution tank and sprayed over a propane flame.
The program uses 2 high-elevation, remotely operated generators and more than 20 manually operated machines.
So we pressurize our tank, and then we carefully light our chimney.
Generators vaporize the silver iodide, and winds lift the material into the clouds when conditions are right for enhancing snowfall.
Silver iodide adds additional particles to help harvest the atmosphere of water. So then you have the 6-sided particle floating along in the cloud, vapor starts to build on it, and when enough is added to that particle, it will turn into a snowflake and fall out.
And they want homeowners to be prepared as well. Now, the first round of power outages, Rocky Mountain Power officials say it all stems from last week's brown snow. Company officials say it very well could be responsible for power outages that we've seen over the past few days. Now, RMP officials, they say they're anticipating potentially more power outages all up and down the Wasatch Front today, into tonight, and possibly into tomorrow. It depends on this weather system and how much snow it brings. They say the snow last week on February 5th, it was mixed with pollutants and dust, and that's nothing we have to tell many of our viewers when to deal with this. And that wound up coating electrical equipment, leading to some of those power interruptions. Now, in an effort to minimize outages, Rocky Mountain Power officials, they sent crews out, and they've been armed with power washers. And they've been going over transmission lines over the past several days to try and get rid of any residue that was left over.
A couple questions here about HARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Several of you at the table have a little bit of a piece here. As you know, this is located up in Alaska. It's currently funded by the Air Force Research Lab. It was formerly funded by the Office of Naval Research. One of the prime customers is DARPA, which is currently running experiments at the facilities there. So questions to several of you this morning. I'm told by the president of the University of Alaska that the Air Force has pulled its support for the facility, and they're taking steps to demolish it or take it down this summer. He's making the argument that there is other opportunities for us, and
Air Force says they're going to put that and they manage it. They should get a number of experiments
place for us, and
the Air Force has gotten great value out of parking. The Air Force has gotten great value out of parking. The Air Force has gotten great value out of parking.
Back to Squawk Box this morning. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates out with a new book this week. It's titled How to Avoid a Climate Disaster. In the book, he warns that the economic damage this week. It's titled How to Avoid a Climate Disaster. In the book, he warns that the economic damage caused by climate change will likely be as bad as having a COVID-sized pandemic, he says, every decade.
So society, they should set aside hundreds of millions to help in these areas. It all comes back to this green premium. If it's very, very high, it all comes back to this green premium. If it's very, very high, then you've got a trade-off. And so that's why, I really come back to innovation to drive those numbers down. In the case of the passenger car, we clearly have an expectation that in the next 15 years, the green premium will be zero because the battery costs will go down, the range will go up, the charge points will be pervasive, and it'll be quick charging. And so that's why GM can say, okay, in 2035, we're not going to make any gasoline cars. And politicians can say, we'll ban those. Because this sacrifice, because this category has gotten the volume up and lots of innovation, it will get to zero.
Did you know there is a government-funded education